Well, when I was younger, I was quite forward, as my grandpa used to put it, and I went through. I mean, people say that I'm outspoken now and stuff, but I was quite outspoken then. And outspoken in, I recognize that my outspokenness comes with a certain amount of compassion now. I think maybe it can be more, but there's a big difference between when I was younger and how it is now. Then it was like slash. So I guess it's not the most attractive energy to be around. And my feeling was that love is not something that necessarily, I mean, we're accustomed to, or our feeling is love is something that comes into us. But mine was to identify that love that's inside of me, that even if there's no one there, that I can feel that.
So how has it been? You're in Galliano Island. What's this been like for you? Have you ever been on Galliano before?
Haven't been on Galliano. Heard about it when you were living here, and sounded great. And it happened that the day that we chose to come, it was a perfect day for it. Lots of sun, no rain, no snow, you know. And of course, the nature of the place is just awesome.
What about the nature of this place is most remarkable to you? What really stands out from yesterday or just being here and so on? How's this been?
For me, I mean, I love the mountains and the oceans to start with. I mean, and trees. That's a big thing for me, and there's tons of that here, especially trees. I couldn't imagine that there was just so much forested area where people were living, and so that was amazing. And the time that we spent out by the ocean, the sun happened to be right there in, you know, one of the spots that we were. Just although it's winter, you know, it was quite warm.
Yeah, it was really warm in the sun, wasn't it? It was just, it felt like we were sunbathing. Some of the places that we were.
That's what it felt like, and it was so very filling for me. I definitely had my moments of bliss. Yeah.
So what is? So you've always considered yourself a pretty independent person, right?
Yeah. Well, independent, a very independent thinking person. And I've had to be there. I mean, I grew up, my grandmother was a Seventh-day Adventist. I grew up being different because a lot of their doctrines and stuff that make you different. You have to be strong. I had to be strong enough to stand, to always have that difference and be able to be strong in it, you know, not feel weak because I'm different.
So explain what you're saying. Were you a Seventh-day Adventist, or did you go? I
didn't have much of a choice in terms of actually observing the things and doing the things. But in my mind, I figure it was extreme
to be a Seventh-day Adventist.
To be a Seventh-day Adventist. I, however, did have to do the things. I had to keep Sabbath. I had to not wear jewelry or go to the movies or, you know, do all these little things that my normal friends was doing, or the average person was doing. So my grandmother, of course, is a couple of generations away from me. Even the way that I was dressed was different. So I had to find a confidence and a strength of mind in being a different person, yet feeling
compared to your
my peers, and yet feeling valid. So in a way, it's a gift, because it, even at this point in my life, it allows me to, I mean, if I can be fashionable, fine. If I can't be fashionable, it doesn't change my confidence, you know. If I have long hair, I'm fine. If I have short hair, I'm fine. It has given me the gift in that is has given me that core understanding that none of those things are me. There is something beyond that that is me, and that's unchanging. It doesn't matter what circumstances happen. Now, the situation with this whole operation and stuff has even solidified that even my bodily, my health, whether I'm of good health or ill health, it's still not, that's not me. There is something beyond that that is me, and that is unchanging. And it has, yeah, it certainly has pushed me deeper into that understanding. And I would say that that is the greatest gift that came out of this experience. I'm not distressed at this point. Last year, of time like now, before I had actually gotten, last year from fall to spring was very, very hard. It was a very, very trying time. Both with having to work with the limited amount of money and the health setbacks. It was very challenging, but I must say, well, just during the period of the surgery and right after, I was on unemployment, of course, and because of my heart condition and the fact that I couldn't work full time, that wasn't much. So I was getting some support from social services along with that. When unemployment ran out, I was on social services, and that wasn't working. It really wasn't working. Anybody who knows the amount of money that you get from them, it's very meager. And we're talking, you know, medication and stuff like that. And so with the help,
you had to pay for your medication.
I had to pay portions of it at that time. And with the support of a social worker and a psychiatrist at the Heart Function Clinic at the Jubilee Hospital, I applied for disability. Turned down the first time, but then I got it, and that means a little more money. So although it's not, I don't have a comfortable lifestyle, you know, it's comfortable enough, as I said, that I don't have to go to Annie Wim House if I don't want to, with very creative budgeting, you know, but I have a roof over my head and heat and my mom and friends, so you know,
you're able to live with all of that.
Yeah.